Welcome to this tutorial. My name is William and we will be looking at building a Crud application, just a simple Crud application using Inertia JS, Laravel and Svelte. And Svelte is a web framework, a JavaScript framework that does not run in the browser but compiles the code and optimizes it, and this makes the performance faster, and we also end up with a smaller bundle size, and that is the advantage on the load time and how our application will be able to run. So let us go ahead and install whatever it is that we need. In this case, we are going to install Svelte, we are going to install Inertia and configure it, and we are also going to use Bootstrap, so we will also install that one. So let us go ahead and see how we can be able to do that. So the first thing I would like us to do is to install Inertia, and so I would like to just open terminal and also head direct to the Inertia website, and here we have the place where we have installation, and I would like us to begin with server-side installation. As you can see, we have server-side and we have client-side, so let us begin with server-side. The first thing we're going to do is to install the package for Inertia in our Laravel application. So I will copy that and we are going to paste it here. This is a fresh installation of Laravel, and it's Laravel 10, and so that command we install for us Inertia. I'm going to pause this video and wait till it finishes installation. We have finished installing Inertia, so let me clear terminal, and then we are going to go ahead and before we work on the root template, we are going to create the Inertia middleware, and we are going to use the command php artisan Inertia middleware. And so I'm just going to paste this one here, and our middleware has been created, and so we can be able to go to app http middleware, and inside here we will find that there is handle Inertia requests middleware, and this will be the middleware that will be sort of like making our Laravel application be able to be glued together with Svelte, because ideally we would require to create an API, but because Inertia is there, it can be able to be a glue between our front end and our back end, and we can be able to serve requests and receive responses. So as you can see, we have that the root view is up, and that we are going to work with in a few. And then here we have versioning, so if you want to have the various versions, you can be able to declare them, and it can be able to be passed to the front end, such that if the version changes, your assets will be compiled entirely. And then we have here share, where we can be able to share whatever it is that we have from the backend, for example the authenticated user and things like flash sessions and so on and so forth inside here. So I would like us to go and also register this middleware, and we are going to just copy what we have here, and then we are going to paste it in at the end of in kernel. So inside inside controllers, we have a file called kernel. I think I would like to just close the middleware, and then you see, yes, outside that we have a file called kernel, and here we have all the middlewares registered. So I would like to register on the web middleware group the Inertia handle Inertia requests middleware, and we are going to paste it like that and save. And so that is it. Then I would like us to also go ahead and now copy our root view. So in this case we are going to copy all this, and as you can see, This is just basic HTML template, but we are having Inertia resources JS file imported, and then we have Inertia head, and inside the body we have Inertia. So even without using this, you can be able to just bring about HTML scaffold, and then just add those values in a similar fashion. So I open resources, views. We usually have a view in a default Laravel application that is called welcome. I would like to rename this and call it app.blade, like that, and then save. And then inside app.blade, I would like to delete everything and paste whatever it is that we have been able to copy from the Inertia website. And I also would like to add, on top of what we have as the app.js file, I also would like to add the CSS file. So either we can be able to copy this and paste it here, and then now change this app CSS and then app.css, like that, if we are working with just plain CSS. But in this case we will be working with Sass, so we can be able to have them like this, or we can be able to implement it cleanly by just having these as an array of values. So we can put square brackets, and we have the first value, which is the JS, and then we can put a comma and then repeat the same thing. So I would just like to copy everything that is here, and then I'm going to paste it here, but I'm going to modify. Now since we are talking about CSS, so it will be in the CSS folder, and then it will be called app dot, then it's supposed to be CSS, but since I'm using Sass, I'm going to have it as SCSS, because I'll be using I will be implementing Bootstrap in this application that we have here. So after that, I think we are good enough with the server side. So let us go and also open client side. So I'm going to click on client side, and then now we have to install dependencies, and in this case, because we are dealing with Svelte, I'm going to copy this one. So we are going to import the adapter for Inertia.js for Svelte, and so I'm going to also run that one in terminal. So I open terminal and new terminal, and then inside here I'm going to paste that and run it, and that will install for us the adapter for Svelte for Inertia.js. And then after that, I would like us to also go ahead and copy whatever it is that we have here, and then what we have here we are going to paste in our file in resources.js app.js. So here is where we are going to paste it, and I'm going to remove everything and paste it like that and save. And then after that, as we are waiting for the Inertia.js Svelte to install, I would like to pause the video temporarily. We have finished installing the Inertia.js Svelte, so I'm going to clear the terminal, and now I would like to install Svelte. So I'm going to use npm install Svelte at latest, like that. Now we pause again. It's already installed. Then I also need to install Vite.js plugin for Svelte, because in this case in our Laravel application we will be using Vite for tooling. So that is the next thing that I would like us to do. So I'm going to just run the command. Maybe I can clear terminal again. I'm going to run the command npm install at Vite.js /. Vite hyphen plugin hyphen Svelte, like that. And that we install for us, and I can see we have an error, so let me check why we're having that. So let me repeat the command. npm install at Svelte.js, it's supposed to be Svelte.js. Yeah, I have typed my own things. It should be Svelte.js Vite plugin Svelte, like that. And that will install for us the plugin for Svelte. I will pause the video temporarily. We have finished installing the Vite.js plugin for Svelte. I'm going to clear terminal. I want also to install Bootstrap, so we are going to have npm install Bootstrap, and we can be able to put the @ symbol and state the version. So in this case we want 5.3.0, like that. And that you install for us Bootstrap. After that, I would like to install Sass. So for this one, I run npm install Sass, like that. And even that one is successful. Now I'd like to go to Vite.js and add that plugin for Svelte. So I'm going to write import import Svelte from @Svelte.js plugin Svelte, like that. And then down here, after stating the plugin for Laravel, I would just like to, after the comma, I would just like us to just add Svelte. You can have it like that. And I think that is almost everything. Now, since we will be using Sass, I would like to change this. Now, instead of resources css app.css, I'm going to change it to app.scss, like that. Then that will be okay. And after that, I would like to go to our CSS, in this case resources CSS, and I would like to change the name of this file. So I'm going to rename it also to app.scss, like that. And then inside here, I would like to import the Bootstrap. So what we are going to just write is @import, and then we are going to have node modules, and then Bootstrap, SCSS, /bootstrap, like that. And ideally this one is referencing a file which is stored in node modules, and then the file is called Bootstrap, and then inside Bootstrap you're moving to a folder called SCSS, and inside SCSS we are picking bootstrap.scss, this one here. And so that is how we are referencing it, and I think that one is okay. So you just close it with a semicolon, like that. Now after that, I think if everything is okay, I would just like to confirm with our with our resources app.blade.php if everything is perfect. Yes, css app.scss. Now I think we are almost there. We can be able to go and create a folder called pages. As you can see in our app.js, we are referencing a folder called pages. So this is where all our pages are found. So in this case, we will be loading all the pages from a folder called pages. So we are going to just create a folder called pages here, like that. And inside here, we can have maybe our first file. And this file, let me call it welcome dot svelte, like that. And inside here, I would like us to put in some code. So we are going to have script. So this is how, sort of like the structure in which Svelte is usually presented. And then after that, inside, between the script inside here, we can be able to have our HTML, and then down here we can have style. So in this case, our CSS or something like that. And still we can be able to just write our basic CSS. So inside here is where we are going to have the body of our application. So I would like to just type in something related to Bootstrap. So I'm going to just have a paragraph tag like that, and then I'm going to type something. For example, this is my first Svelte Laravel Inertia page, like that, and I can give it a bootstrapped class. In this case, I can just say text primary, like that. And we would want to see when we load welcome if it's going to be loading for us this text, and also with the formatting that you've been able to give it. So now I would like to, because we have not been able to instantiate this page in our routes. If you go to routes web.php, as you can see, what we're having here is a view called welcome, but then this view called welcome is not an inertia page. So I'm going to just change something about it, and so here I can just say use inertia, like that, and then I will go ahead and just say inertia render, like that, and then the welcome, the W is capital, so I do not need to write welcome.svelte. This one is just enough and it's perfect. So I'd like to run this application, php artisan serve, and so our Laravel application is already running, and I would just like to visit localhost 8000 and see what happens. As you can see, we're having an error, Vite manifest not found, and it's just that I forgot to run npm run dev here. So you're supposed to run php artisan serve and together with npm run dev, such that Vite can be able to compile the assets. So as you can see, we are having an error. I do not know why we are having that. So it's saying failed to load vite config.js, like that, module job or whatever. So let me just try and stop the terminal, this one. So I stop it, and then I want to attempt to run again npm run dev. So I'm going to clear this. So npm run dev before, and we see again we are getting our error. So let me just pause this video and check what could be. Svelte JS Vite plugin. There is a node modules. Yes, there is a small issue. Let me just check it out and see. Clearly this seems to be an issue with the way I'm importing it, and I have checked, and it seems it is the error is arising from this place. So I will put them in curly braces like that. I think that will be able to solve our error. So let us again clear terminal and run again npm run dev. Now as you can see, it is running. So then I also expect that when we check on this other side, now it's going to work. Yes, I'm not running the Laravel application, so let me go ahead and run the Laravel application. So you run php artisan serve, like that. And now our Laravel application is running. So when I refresh, so you can see it's loading. So let me give it time. And now you can see this is my first Svelte Laravel Inertia page. So it's displaying perfectly. And if I change, so inside our page resources JS pages, and I change this maybe to something else. I change the class to an alert, so I can say alert, maybe success. Do we save? You can see that also that has changed accordingly. So basically those are the steps of installing Laravel, Inertia, Svelte, and setting it up with Vite. Thank you very much for following this tutorial up until this point.